Hey, I'm Tony Moreland, and this is POW, Podcast of Wisdom from the Samsung Developer Program, where we talk about the latest tech, new trends, and give insight to all of the opportunities available for developers looking to create for Samsung. On today's show, I interview Tomas Joscak from Vienna Studios. Tomas is an amazing watch face designer. He even won the 2019 Best of Galaxy Store Award for Best Indie Watch Face Designer. Some of his designs, he's priced them in the hundreds of dollars, and people are buying them. And the software he uses to create the graphics, it's typically not used for designing watch faces. You're going to be surprised. Enjoy. So Tomas, tell me, who is Tomas Joscak?
Well, Tomas Joscak, interesting question. Well, I would describe myself as somebody who loves to learn, as an example, and who loves to reach goals. I set one goal a few years ago. I wanted to run a marathon. So I prepared myself 1 year long, and afterwards I barely used the sports shoes. So then I have another goals again.
So it sounds like maybe a short attention span, that you're into something for a brief moment, and then after that you move on to the next challenge?
Yes, definitely.
So tell me, how did you get your start in design?
Design was always kind of a hobby of myself. And even if I do have 2 PhDs in natural sciences, I always love to be somewhere in a field where nobody have been before. So if it is a research where I'm working on something new, or I'm producing something new in the field of design, I love it.
So your education is not design based. You said you have 2 PhDs in natural sciences?
Yes. I never studied design.
Wow. That's pretty amazing because, I mean, truthfully, you are one of the top sellers on the Galaxy Store when it comes to watch faces. And, you know, your quality is amazing. So to hear that is really coming out of as a hobby is pretty impressive. Tell me, how did you first hear about the Samsung Galaxy Watch?
The exact moment I cannot remember right now. However, I cannot forget the first day after my first watch face had been published on Galaxy Store. And after I looked at the statistic, and there have been more than 4,000 downloads for this first model of myself, I was surprised, shocked, and I definitely knew this must be something huge.
How did you first hear about selling watch faces, in using our software Galaxy Watch Designer at the time, which is now Galaxy Watch Studio?
Okay. I was starting designing watch faces in a Facer Creator Studio before, so I had some basics already learned before, and so switching to Galaxy Store was actually nothing new for me. The big difference was only the market, which seems to be extremely huge from my point of view.
So the market for the Galaxy watch faces is much bigger than the market when you're producing them through Facer?
Yes, at least this was my impression 1 year before.
Okay. So how long have you been designing watch faces? Right
now it is 3 years. I know it before I got my first smartwatch from my brother as a present to my 14-year celebration party. And since then, I'm just playing with watch faces around.
So is this what you do full time, or do you have is this a side gig for you? Is it, what's your main focus for income?
At the moment, it's my full-time job, and yes, it's creating nice income. Actually, the best I ever had before, even if I compare it with my company in Vienna a few years ago.
And what was that company?
This was a pure research company at the field of renewable materials, so completely different stuff. We had up to 7 employees, but however, from the revenue point of view, now it's even bigger.
Wow. So you are based in Austria, but tell me, where are you originally from?
So I was born in Czechoslovakia, in a Slovakian part, where I'm actually right now as we are speaking this podcast together. I'm visiting my parents. And afterwards, I got a few opportunities in Austria and Germany. And so I stayed in Austria.
And is it just yourself, or do you have employees?
At the moment, my brother is strongly supporting me creating also some brands. Dominus Matthias, a luxury brand from our portfolio, is coming from him. So we are 2 full-time now working at these projects, and sometimes we are cooperating with freelancers.
And this is globally. You'll reach out to freelancers from around the world to have you help with some of the design aspects?
Yes, we use platform where different designers are implemented or can make some projects cooperation.
Do you work out of your house, or do you actually have a place of business?
I started as maybe also another designers in my kitchen. So my first project or first watch faces have been created in a kitchen. Afterwards, I got one room in my flat. And at the moment, we do have an office with my brother. And as a next step, we would like to establish a full-time or full-size photo studio.
Okay. So I noticed that you have actually 4 different brands. When you go to your website, viennastudios.com, there's actually 4 different brands on there. Vienna Studios, Masterpieces, We Are Watch, and as well as Dominus Matthias. Can you explain those different brands?
We have many different brands. And actually the basic or the first one have been Vienna Studios, which started everything else. Dominus Matthias is a luxury brand from my brother, as I mentioned before. He is really creating original design. I'm more focusing on the functionality. And if you're asking about many brands, we are dividing different products into brands according to a price segment, basically.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about that because one thing that's unique with your brand is that you've got some very high-priced watch faces. I mean, from my understanding, you have watch faces, even in the above $100, $200. Tell me about those high-level price watch faces and why is it that you decided to offer them so expensive?
I started to sell my watch faces at $1.99.
$1.99.
Yes, $1.99 for a piece. However, this space is so competitive and it's really hard to be a good designer in this space that after I got a few skills and I was able to prepare high complicated watch faces, I decided to offer them for higher prices. And actually, at the moment, you're correctly, we are offering different special watch faces up to $400 per piece.
Wow, that's amazing. So another amazing aspect to you is that you actually won Best of Galaxy Store Award in 2019. Can you tell me what the award was that you won and what that means to you?
I can remember well this call where Charlotte and Christian called me and mentioned that I won the Indie Designer 2019 only after 9 months really to be full in the business. So I was completely shocked and even more impressed by the fact that we are top 4 bestseller worldwide. So I would never expected such a success after a few months.
That's amazing. And that's when I actually first met you, was when you came out to the award show that I was hosting to give you the award for Best Indie Designer. So congratulations again. So I want to talk a little bit about marketing and some of your tips and approaches for marketing. Tell me about your use of coupons.
Coupons is a big project for us. It's an excellent instrument. However, we use coupons very solely. And actually, as a customer or fan of Vienna Studios or Dominus Matthias, you can win a free coupon once a month. So this is the way how some people could get our expensive watch faces even for free.
Okay. That's great. I also noticed that when you go to your website, you actually are doing promotions where you're giving away actual watches. So tell me a little bit how you're utilizing that as a promotional giveaway.
Yes, after a few months, as you mentioned before, we are pretty successful in the business and we try to give something back to nice community, which is growing. And we do have more than 3,000 subscribers at our webpage. And everybody who is subscribing there has a chance now to win not only free coupons, possibly, but also a smartwatch, Galaxy Watch Active 2 at the moment. We are running this giveaway until end of this year, and we will think about something new for the next year.
Excellent. That's a great way to build your subscription community. It's interesting. I can tell that you've got a lot of marketing experience. So tell me a bit about how did you gain that marketing experience? Is this something that you're just learning, on the fly right now, or do you have a background a little bit with when it comes to marketing?
I think a good opportunity to learn this stuff was to have own company. So I am partly not only a designer, but also a kind of businessman. So we are always following activities and evaluating it and checking what is working for us, where we do see some revenue streams who are not. And this evaluation happened maybe on daily or weekly basis. So there's a lot of adjustment and try and error actions we are using.
That's great. It's great to be so active when you're, figuring out your marketing approach. Are you using any social channels like Instagram to promote your watch faces?
We are on Instagram right now. We do have a couple of thousands of followers. However, we are not sure if this will be our future instrument. At the moment, as a best marketing instrument for us is to collect the email addresses through subscription of our website, which was also a recommendation from Ron from Samsung, who told us this feature could bring something even after maybe 3 months of my activity at Galaxy Store. Thank you, Ron.
Okay.
It's a huge impact.
Yeah, Ron's got a lot of great advice. Ron's the one who he runs our forums. So yeah, much appreciation to Ron. What about Galaxy Store badges? Are you using any badges on your platform to help promote your watch faces?
Yes, we are using the standard general badges for our different stores, and those are placed actually in description of our watch faces as well on the Instagram or on our website.
Excellent. And I know that badges are a great way for you to go back and see the analytics, the data on what's driving your sales. So always happy to hear when designers are using badges. What about banner promotions? Have you had a chance to be featured on any of the banner promotions on the Galaxy Store?
Yes, we are featured in the banner promotion. It's always a great and profitable issue for us, or the banner can drive the revenue really high. So we love the banner promotion, and we are happy that we are in.
Sure. And for any new designers out there that are listening in, banner promotions, they run for, is it 2 weeks? Is that what it is on the Galaxy Store?
Yes, 2-week periods.
And this is where you provide a graphic of a banner. It's basically an advertisement that appears that helps drive users to your store. And I know, speaking from my experience, banner promotions are huge. So great way to get your name out there and drive up your sales. So one thing unique about your business is your quality of your photographs and your videos. Tell me a little bit about that. Do you have some experience? Are you hiring an outside photographer to come in and do that? Or is this something that you're actually doing yourself?
At my short focus character, I was happy to be a photographer as well for a few months before. So I have pretty nice lenses and some good technique from that time. So I just use the good quality stuff I have already. And maybe the pictures are now good, or we are happy about the quality. However, I started just to be in the front of a window and making my first video with a smartphone only. So all of this you can actually see at our YouTube channels, where we delete the old videos where the quality is, let's say, poor. However, to have a video presentation seems to be really important at every watch face. So 99% of all our watch faces do have a promo video.
Okay. And you can always spot a Vienna Studios watch face video because of the white gloves That's something unique. I always see these white gloves, holding the watch very elegantly. Are those your hands inside the gloves, or do you have a professional model that you're bringing in to wear the white gloves?
These are my hands. The big advantage of making these videos was that before, as I worked from home, I prepared a small mini photo studio close to my computer. So after a watch face was ready, I just turned my position into this photo studio beside me and making a video really in a short time in the best possible quality. And then I saw after first videos that at this magnificent, because these watches are so small, all of different displacements or some few not nice places of my fingers have been there in a really big screen. So I started to use gloves, and I'm fine now. So I don't need to care about my nails quality anymore.
Got it. So you don't have to hire a professional hand model. That you don't have to worry about getting a little dirt under your fingernails because you just put on the nice fancy gloves. I love that.
That's the point. I think customers like it too.
Sure. So how many watch faces have you published to date?
Published, maybe together it will be more than 700.
Wow.
Think about this number.
In the 3 years.
Yes. I think the 700 are solely on the Galaxy Store. So if I count also my former watch faces, it would be somewhere around 1,000 and more watch faces.
I do understand, though, that they're not all available, that you actually utilize what you're calling a pop-up brand, which is where it's just for a limited time this watch face is available, which kind of helps drive up, the uniqueness behind the watch face, which increases the value. So tell me a little bit about your approach on offering limited release watch faces.
Okay, we are playing with different business models, and this was one of those. We created a brand, Ultra Limited, which is not more available at the store. The limitation was only 30 days. During this time, we sold a nice amount of this Ultra Limited brand, so we will prepare something for the future as well.
Excellent. No, that's a great approach. Again, showing off your marketing experience to help drive your sales. So tell me, where do you get your ideas from for your watch faces?
It's hard to say. I'm just walking through the streets or driving, and the most or the time when I got some idea is under the shower. So
in the shower.
In my shower, yes.
Yeah, typically people are singing in the shower, but you're actually designing watch faces in the shower.
Well, I am singing too. And then I find myself as I'm running through the corridor, somewhere to white paper and putting ideas on it. And then I can dry myself and doing another stuff.
That's great.
The idea is already on the paper.
So is your approach then to first sketch, or do you start designing your watch face straight on the computer?
Yes, I'm sketching a lot. I have much more ideas, let's say, as time to make a real product out of it.
Okay. Now tell me a little bit about the tools that you're using. So what software? Are you using like Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator? What are you using to create and design your watch faces?
Well, 95% of all my watch faces are created in PowerPoint.
What? PowerPoint?
Yes.
The Microsoft program for doing slideshows, you're using that to create your watch faces.
Yes, definitely. A lot of designers are surprised when I mention this. However, it's a really powerful instrument, the PowerPoint.
That's crazy. I mean, I've used a lot of PowerPoint, in my years. In fact, I often tell new designers if they're looking to start a career in freelance graphic design, they really need to learn PowerPoint because people typically don't like using PowerPoint, when it comes to putting presentations together. And if you can become, a master at PowerPoint, well, there's a lot of work out there because people just hate using PowerPoint. So to hear that you're using PowerPoint to create the graphics on these luxury watch faces is just mind-blowing. I mean, that is absolutely amazing that you have figured out a way to use PowerPoint at that level. So that's excellent. So tell me, to date, I think I read somewhere that you have over 1 million downloads. Is that correct?
Wait, Tony, 1 million? I think no. Actually, at the moment, we have more than 5 million downloads.
5 million. Wow. That is just amazing. So congrats on that. Tell me a little bit about leveraging free watch faces. I know that a lot of designers, they'll offer some of their watch faces for free, but then others are paid. Give me your idea on utilizing free watch faces to help raise your brand level.
Free watch faces are great. However, we are using it very rarely, maybe just 1 or 2 per brand. And in our stores where we are offering luxury watch faces with the tag $100 plus, we don't use any of those free watch faces. So my recommendation would be, it's nice to have some, but not a lot.
Got it. Yeah. And I agree with that because you want to really drive your sales. So, utilizing free watch faces to help raise brand awareness is excellent, but don't oversaturate the market with free watch faces. So yeah, totally agree with you on that. Having been a designer now for watch faces for 3 years, and millions of downloads, I'm sure you've come across a few challenges. So share a little bit about some of the challenges maybe that you've had to face.
Well, at the moment, I cannot remember any issue according to brands, selling points, or design. However, our big challenge is right now, according to the coronavirus. I spoke to another designers, and probably we are the most hit at this crisis at the moment. So our sales got really down in April and March this year, and what we saw was that actually the luxury segment of our watch faces was actually stopped selling in this time.
Really? Yeah, and that's not surprising considering all that our world is going through right now. I can understand where people are wanting to watch where they're spending their money. So hopefully that will change in a soon enough time. So tell me, are there any features you would like to see added to the Galaxy Store or to a Galaxy Watch Studio?
Well, I'm personally a very adaptive person, so I'm working whatever is on the table. I try to squeeze the most possible out of it, and I ask myself, what can I change to be successful at the market or with the tool which is provided to us. So basically, I could have some wishes, but I'm focusing on the market right now and on the revenues we are able to produce.
Okay. So tell me, what is in the future for Vienna Studios? Do you have any any updates? What's your plan for the future?
We will definitely launch some new limited editions due to the good successful pilot project we ran before, and we have a plan to make a really very realistic digital watch face version of a real mechanical watch. I cannot tell you any more to this project. We are right now speaking to a possible licensing partner, but this will be, I think, very original offer at the Galaxy Store.
Awesome. Super excited to see that when it actually becomes available. So can you talk a little bit about multi-language support and how you're utilizing that feature on the Galaxy Store to help market your watch faces globally?
In the Galaxy Store, we are starting always with only English version of our watch faces. However, if this particular watch face is popular in other countries, so afterwards we are translating all the descriptions and promo pictures into the language where the sales are growing.
Okay. And so just to help new designers understand, when you first publish a watch face, you publish it in English. That's the preferred language. But Seller Office allows you to create alternative pages that you can put in the native language for different countries, so that if a user from that country is viewing your seller office page, they'll see it in their native language. That's great to see that you're utilizing that feature, and it's a nice approach when you're just looking at, if you've got increased sales in those different regions, that it's worthwhile to then translate it. So who's doing the translation?
Basically, we are using automatic translations.
Okay.
And for example, German language, which is familiar with me. So I look at the languages where we are in, and the rest is automatic at the moment.
Okay, nice. So I also understand that you're doing something that you're calling an outlet store. So tell me a little bit about your outlet store and how you're utilizing watch faces on that.
Outlet store is really another success story of Vienna Studios. As we started promoting and selling high-priced luxury watch faces, there was a lot of people who would like to have one, but don't want to pay as much or cannot afford it for these high prices. So afterwards, we have a certain amount of these luxury watch faces. We decided to put the oldest one into a new created outlet store with a huge discounts. So at the moment, the people are able to buy luxury watch faces even for much lower prices in the outlet store.
That's a great approach. It's the first that I've actually heard of someone, using that approach to sell some of their older watch faces. So very interesting. I love that. So I'm guessing you're familiar with some of the other top watch face designers out there on the Galaxy Store. Can you tell me, give me some names? Who are the designers that you are impressed with, that you follow? Who are the names that kind of jump out for you?
Okay, there is a lot of great designers out there. I could mention a few X9 Rarity Infinity watch faces. However, the best one for myself and a level for himself is Matteo Dini. I reviewed a few of his watch faces, and he could claim be like designing every pixel. So I'm really impressed by work of Matteo Dini.
Yeah, Matteo Dini he's an amazing designer based out of Italy. One of our top watch face designers. I think a lot of people are impressed with what Matteo Dini has done. Some of the other names that you had mentioned, X9. I actually am doing a live chat with John from X9 Studio tomorrow. So we're going to be doing a live chat, and I'll be talking to him about theme designing and watch face designing. He's also another past winner with the Galaxy Store Awards. Let's see, you had mentioned Infinity Watch Faces. That's Chris Shomo. He's an excellent designer. He's actually the one who I first discovered when I learned about Galaxy Watch Designer at the time, which is now Galaxy Watch Studio. So, when I first learned about Chris and what he was doing with Galaxy Watch. And let's see, you mentioned...
Urarity.
Oh, Urarity, yeah. He's got just amazing designs. And if you have a chance to look at his videos, the work that he does with his videos is just outstanding. He's definitely someone that can inspire a lot of people. Did you say Bergen?
Yes, Bergen is one.
Yeah.
Another guy.
Yeah, so Bergen is great. He's an excellent designer. Again, one of the designers that has been there for a while, who does some very nice realistic watch faces. So... definitely some designers to go in and look for when you're looking to get inspired for creating watch faces. So I have one more question for you. When you're not designing watch faces, what do you like to do for fun?
Oh, for fun. And except designing watch faces, which is really relaxed for my soul, if I am looking for fun for my body, I love to visiting sauna.
Oh, a sauna.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's a good time to relax. Good time to relax. Now, I also heard that you are the father of twin 4-year-olds. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Then I'm sure you are looking for a lot of time to relax. I can only anticipate that would be a little crazy at times.
No, and my twins have been at the beginning of my business, actually, because I could work only during they slept. So we started together, actually.
Oh, nice. Wonderful. Well, hey, Tomas, I absolutely appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me and record this podcast. Tons of fun, lots of great inspiration. So keep up the great work, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Vienna Studios puts out in the near future. So thanks.
Thank you, Tony. Thanks.
Looking to start creating for Samsung? Download the latest tools to code your next app. Or get software for designing apps without coding at all. Sell your apps to the world on the Samsung Galaxy Store. Check out developer.samsung.com today and start your journey with Samsung.
The PAL podcast is brought to you by the Samsung Developer Program and produced by Tony Moreland.